Hi, I'm Lisa Cybaniak from lifelikeyoumeanit.com, and today I'd like to explain a little bit about NLP and Reiki. So on the surface, NLP and Reiki look like they are completely different things and going about helping you in completely different ways. But the reality is they are perfectly meshed together. I mean, they are different things. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But they work so beautifully in conjunction with each other that I just couldn't help myself to merge these two together in my practice. Let me explain why. So NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Programming, and it's actually not a new technique. What it is an amalgamation, if you will, of many different types of techniques that have already been proven to be incredibly successful. And what the founders of NLP have done is just taken the best aspects of each of these types of therapies. So I'm talking about things like hypnotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, even psychotherapy is part of NLP. And the bottom line for NLP is that we have all created our own view of the world around us. And that's because of our different experiences that we have had in life. Let's face it, we all have been in this boat before where we're sitting right next to three other people, hearing the exact same thing. And when it's over, we turn to each other to discuss, and it turns out that all four of us have actually picked out something different from the exact same talk at the exact same time. And that's because we all have different experiences in life, right? It's obvious. And so we are naturally going to end up hearing things that relate to our experience, things that we resonate with. And that is completely normal. But sometimes that gets in the way of us being able to be successful and happy and just content in our lives. Because sometimes we develop beliefs because of those experiences that are things like, we're not good enough, we can't do it, we shouldn't do it, right? On top of all of our different societal beliefs that we have, right? We should be married, and we should be married at this time, and we should have this many babies, and this should be our careers, and right? We've got a lot of different norms and beliefs that are floating around out there that we have integrated into our own unconscious mind, and they're running our show. So with NLP, it's fairly straightforward, really. We have a conversation and we figure out, what are these beliefs that you have? How are they impacting your view of the world? And are you happy with that? Would you like to make changes in that? And if you decide that, you know what, this belief that I have that I'm not good enough, it's not serving me. I don't want it anymore. I can see how it's impacting my life, and I want to feel like I deserve better. And so with NLP, that could be a conversation where perhaps you just get kind of your mind opened to a different way of looking at things, or right down to actual techniques where we can go on in, similar to cognitive behavioral therapy or hypnotherapy or psychotherapy, where we could actually go in and address these unconscious issues, these beliefs that are being held there, and change them. So in a way, NLP is an incredible tool to be able to give you the power to shift anything you want. So what is Reiki, and what does that have to do with NLP? So Reiki is a completely separate modality. It is energy work, energy healing to be specific, universal life force energy that's all around us. And us being Reiki practitioners or Reiki masters are able to channel that energy and direct it to where we want that to go, you. So Reiki is a way for you to heal the root cause of the problem for your highest good. That means that this could be a spiritual, mental or emotional, or a physical healing. So with Reiki, what it does, even if you've just had a treatment of Reiki, it starts to open up doors that we don't even realize exist and allow us to be able to see opportunities that we perhaps weren't able or willing to see before. And they present those opportunities for us to be able to heal. So it puts the power again back on our shoulders for us to be able to be guided and do what is best for us. Because what I experienced in my healing journey from 10 years of child abuse is not necessarily what you need to go through in your healing journey. And so Reiki opens up those doors of opportunity that are going to be best for you. And often those doors lead to some very specific, soul-searching, kind of deep diving work on your own view of the world, your own perspective of your life and life around you, and those belief systems that are in place, and giving you the opportunity to start to change them. Notice something here? Exactly. I've just brought in NLP. So in my sessions, what I do is actually offer you both NLP and Reiki. And some people choose to start with one versus the other, right? Some people want to get right in there with NLP and start working on those beliefs and altering the way that they are viewing certain situations in their life or their entire world around them. While other people are not quite sure exactly what the right path is. And so they want to start with Reiki, hoping that Reiki will allow them to see the opportunities presented in front of them. And then when they're ready to take them, they go ahead and take them, which oftentimes leads them to NLP. That's what happened to me. That's what happens to all of my clients because, of course, they're resonating with what I have to offer. So the one thing that I really want to make clear about both NLP and Reiki is that I'm not doing the healing, right? In the terms of Reiki, Reiki energy is doing the healing, but in doing that healing, it's offering you the opportunity to take the steps that you need to take in order for a full healing to occur. That means the power is back on your shoulders. And NLP is very similar. Of course, in NLP, I am working with you to access your unconscious mind and to help change those different beliefs that you have identified that you would like to change. But you then have to be willing to go through the techniques and then do your little bits of homework, if you will, to help reinforce them afterwards, which again puts the power back to you. So in both of these modalities, you've got the support that you need, you've got the opportunities presented to you, and you get to make the choice on whether or not you take them. For more information and to talk to me directly about how NLP and Reiki will work for you and to see if this is a right fit, why don't we jump on a quick discovery call, 30 minutes of your time. Let me get to know you a little bit better and figure out if this is the right path for you to get started. To do that, just go to lifelikeyoumeanit.com/calendar. I can't wait to get to meet you. Bless.